Hello and welcome to Magical Marker, a game of Dungeons and Dragons and drawings. We're a bunch of cartoonists and illustrators who won't just be playing the game but doodling what happens along the way. It's a PG-13 story of teens and tweens on their first big adventure on their own. Let's start by introducing our cast. Boya!
Hello, I'm Boya. I play the character Bug. He is a 12-year-old bugbear warlock, and he travels with his friend Boxy, who is a magical box, but in the form of a cat now.
And Priscilla.
Hi, I'm Priscilla. I play Isburiel, who is a 17-year-old half-elf bard. He is a bit of a brat, and yeah, I think that's where we're at right now.
And Caitlin.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I play Zip. She is a drow fighter and she's 16 years old.
And Matt.
Hi, I'm Matt. I play Swell, who's a water genasi cleric who worships the Tempest god Sunda, and he's 15 years old.
And I'm going to be your Dungeon Mancer Brian, who is running all the NPCs, including Mog, who is Zip's Orc Rune Knight sister, who I think is the same age? Is Mog a year older or the same age?
She's 2 years older, so she'd
2
be
years.
18.
Okay, 18.
Yeah.
So the big sister. She's physically bigger, but also older.
Yes.
This is episode 51 after a long break, so I'm just going to recap the whole shebang, try to do it real quick. That you teens and tweens met at a party for your mentors in the frozen castle of Flarg Five Wands. During a team bonding exercise, the upstairs was attacked, and Flarg's apprentice Malkin Sharpshadow sent you through a portal to the other side of Haelon into the jungles on the Sleeping Fire Island. There you struggled with the environment and, more importantly, the realization that you were on your own and had to find a way to save your mentors. You made friends, including a tabaxi hag named Sister Sweet Tooth, who used the old magic, the magic of sacrifice, to show you a vision of the Titan Chimera that imprisoned your masters in its crystalline crown. Your detective work indicates that a person or persons with orange hair recovered remains of the Titans that your mentors had slain,
I think.
Yeah. And then stitched them into one enormous threat. Looking for help from another Titan Slayer who never took on apprentices and hadn't been captured, you found that Auntie Britta Brushwand was not able to aid you as her soul had been trapped in another place, likely by scrying on your orange adversary. Borrowing her metallic bugmobile, you left her soul recovering in good hands and executed on her research into how to save your mentors. You've chosen to look for the resting place of the legendary hero Doomhilda, whose warhammer, Castle Cruncher, should be able to shatter the Crystal Crown prison on the Chimera that holds your mentors. Miles underground in the Gempire, you're in an area known as Deep Chasm, where you found another group of teens gifted with powers like your own. For only a few people born each year can level up and access powerful spells and massive attacks. These teens seem to be greedy jerks, and you just left them behind to investigate on your own. Your Castle Cruncher-centered Locate Object spell led you to a small ledge with a riddling door that, when you answered wrong, blasted a loud thunder wave at you, knocking most of the guessers off the platform and into spiderwebs far below. You escaped and answered that intentionally time-stalling, frustrating riddle just as a flaming skull was nearing to investigate the noise and toast you alive. Inside a carved cavern, you saw a message that your gods would not be of help here. Then a slurping, oozing pile of undead started to chase you through the maze of passageways, but rather than run and risk getting lost, you stood and fought the creature who tried to demoralize you and make you give up hope. But with typical teen behavior, you didn't do what you were told and slew the gross, bubbling beast. You now stand in Doomhilda's caverns, some of you covered in reeking, gross flesh and teeth and eyeballs, and this is where we pick up today.
That was 2 minutes, 30 seconds, so it was quite quick.
Ta-da!
You don't need to go back and watch any of the episodes, guys. You can just start from here. No, please.
I figure
please
after a
watch
break, it's good to refresh the PC's memory too, where you're just like, did we find out about that? What were we doing again?
them. I've got some notes. Just a few.
Mog is gonna like wipe her face and shake her hands and get all of the terrible goo off. I'm like, ugh, this smells terrible.
Yeah,
So how-
I think. Do I have a healing potion? I might chug it if I do.
Let me check.
Yes, I have a potion of healing.
Spells do I have
Yeah.
left?
Does anyone?
Um,
Can anyone
yeah.
still heal?
I have some energy left, but I feel that it might be better to. Oh my god, I don't actually know how to use the accent anymore.
4d4 plus 4. Okay.
I think it's like this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that you're right. Guys, I don't think I have the energy anymore. I don't think I have too much left for that. But if there's maybe a little bit of time, we might be able to just take a break and catch our breaths.
How far away are we from the? Do we know from the weapon?
We just got in, right? We should
Yeah.
we should press on.
You know that you're like at least 1,000. Well, you would have been about 1,000 feet away from it when you were on the other side of the door, and you're probably only a minute away from where you entered this cave area.
So we had been going through a maze, if I recall correctly, or my notes recall correctly. I certainly don't.
Yeah, and you didn't go very far. East Boreal especially was the one who said, "No, let's just stand and fight because there's no point in getting lost."
I think I've been mapping it as well, while trying to navigate it before we found the goopy thing.
Okay.
How is everyone looking in terms of health, hit points? Like, is anyone looking particularly bad?
I'm better now that I've chugged a healing potion, but not like full health.
I don't think I have any healing potions left, and I am hanging on by a thread.
Okay, I seeing that you are how injured you are, I'll cast Cure Wounds on you. You get back 5 hit points. Not a lot. I'm sorry.
You've turned that thread into 2 or 3 threads.
I've only got
You still
one.
look pretty beat up, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I am about 1/3 of my strength.
I'll also give you a potion of healing. The last one.
But maybe I'm a ranged character, so maybe it's fine. We can rest. Should we rest?
Too late. I already gave you my last healing potion. So.
Oh, okay.
Well,
What is
you
that?
don't have to drink it if you don't want to.
What is a healing potion? Like what?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2. Okay. So I'll drink it.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself as well. I only... Oh, 6. That's alright. Alright. I mean, still not looking great, but looking better.
How does Mog look?
Mog seems to be relatively okay. It's hard to tell because she's covered in so much goo. She's not complaining.
Okay.
Can Boreal clean her up with some prestidigitation?
Sure.
Oh. He whistles a little ditty, and there's a little faint sparkle that washes over and scrapes off some of the goo.
She appreciates it.
So, but she still looks pretty okay.
It looks generally okay.
Okay. He cleans himself off as well. I don't actually know how much he got on my Says, well, maybe if we keep going and we find a place that might be a bit quieter, perhaps we can take a rest there.
Yes.
But
Let's keep going. We're in like a tunnel, right?
Yes, the tunnels here are like they go up and down and weave around, and they are thick and thin, and it's, you know, like it's not just like a turn left, turn right thing.
Does it branch into different directions?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
And those directions can be higher and lower, and
We could be stuck here forever. Is there a way for us to determine the right path?
I think we were just taking it slow and mapping where we'd been. I want to say
Were
that
we
someone
using
had been.
were we using the find object spell to get around?
I don't think so, no, because it tells you generally which direction you should go, but not like because there's a maze between you and the other side, it doesn't help you get to the other side. You just know that it could kind of help orient you a little bit, but I don't think Swell was still concentrating on it.
I think Swell also had
I'm
been
pretty
using
sure that-
chalk or something to mark passageways.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
Yeah,
that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think I remember. Yeah, one of us. I think it was me. I'm not sure. We were using chalk to say like this is the way we went, so we could follow it out at least. But
Okay.
And the mapping is pretty difficult because of it sort of going back on itself and being in 3 dimensions. Like it'd be like it's difficult to, and because they're changing width as well. So you're like, okay, I think this is about as wide as the last passage, or maybe it's narrower, and you know, it's hard to be pretty accurate with this.
Okay.
Nevertheless, we persisted.
Yeah, you persist and you mark your way with chalk. And because you're not being chased by a monster, it actually goes, you know, it takes some time, but after about maybe 15 or so minutes, it opens up into a 20-foot high cavern. And there is, let me see, little description of it. With a 12-foot high stone door, circular one, and an impressive door frame. There is no visible handle, but a series of strange runic engravings on the door and frame. Sitting atop the frame are 3 small creatures holding unusual shaped keys. They look like glowing feathery energy bugs, and as they see you, they peep, "Oh dear, intruders! Do-do-do-do!" And I've actually got a piece of pre-drawn art for it, and I will drop in.
Oh, wow.
So they're flying around in the picture, but they're all currently just lifting off of the top of the door frame. I just put them in different sizes and closenesses to make it more dynamic. Use the rule of 3s. Small, medium, large. Foreground, middle ground, background, all that kind of stuff.
Do the
I love
keys look particularly significantly different, or they just look like they have different teeth?
They look like they have different teeth.
And then is there like obvious keyholes on the door?
From the distance in which you would spot it, like, you know, probably, you know, you're 50 feet away from the door at this point, I don't think you would, you know, you don't see anything that looks like an obvious keyhole.
Any writing?
Like there's those sort of runes that were on the door. You can see like there's all sorts of like notes on it, but whether those are you know, a language, or whether it's just a pattern, or constellations, you know, it could be a variety of things.
Can I roll to try and figure out which thing it falls into?
Sure.
Roll for me.
I would say Arcana, but I'm willing to have a suggestion of something else.
It's
you
pretty
want?
similar across the board for me. All the knowledge stuff. So, 16.
16. It doesn't look like any magic language that you're aware of. The 16, you feel like you've seen it in a book somewhere that you flipped through, but you didn't spend a lot of time with the book, so I mean, you can't remember what it was, but you feel like you may have flipped through a book in the last, like, since you've been with these guys, it might have had something in it, but, you know, nothing you sat and read.
Was it like a book about something that sort of looked like this, or was the book in that thing?
The book contained some markings that looked like this, so it would have been like, you know, marginalia, or like there's a graph and then some markings off to the side that looked like it, and so it wasn't like an entirely written in these symbols, but these symbols did occur at various points throughout the book.
Interesting.
And then they've flown up to the roof now, the 20 feet up.
I'm going to approach the door
Okay.
and just touch it with my hand.
It is cold. Actually,
What
yeah.
are the little bugs doing? Are they just hanging out?
They're saying, intruders, intruders! And they're starting to make their way further, like, back towards the direction that you guys came from.
Yeah. Now that I'm up close, can I see any obvious keyholes?
Give me an investigation check. And I should also say that while they're moving, you're hearing, like, you know, like melodies, like music playing out of them, like they're part of a music box or something. Like there's a... Like they're all sort of making 3 different tones.
Can I try to jump up and grab one of the keys?
Well, like I said, they're 20...
Of jumping.
I was going to say, if they're 20 feet up, you can try and grab one. Sure, if you got something that'll get you up there.
Ring of jumping, which after an action triples my jump distance, but I don't think that vertical jump distance is very high.
I feel like it also does your vertical jump.
It does, but my vertical jump is so low because my strength is so low. I have to look up the exact calculation.
Play them a song.
Yeah. Spoil will look in surprise at Swell at this good suggestion, and then we'll
I have them from time to time.
we'll unlimber his kruth and start to play a tune that he is trying to mimic to that sound, that melody that's coming off of them.
Are you trying to, like, harmonize with them, or...
Harmonize, I think.
Okay. Give me a performance check, then.
Ooh, that's good. 24.
24. Wow. It's tricky. You didn't know if you're going to be able to jam this out, because you've only heard, like, a few bars of this, and it doesn't even necessarily have its own strong musical frame that you would normally understand. This is like more like freeform jazz, like the way that they're making these noises, and you improvise along with them as a fourth harmony to what they're doing. Incredibly tricky, but you're like, I think I can do this, and you do it, and it sounds nice. And they slow their speed. Like, they were, starting to leave, but now they're sort of bobbing and moving to the rhythm.
Yeah.
And they're still like 20 feet above.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
What was your investigation check there, Zip?
Oh, it was only an 8.
An 8? You do find that there are, that you're pretty sure that the door in general moves, that those sort of swirly parts, you can move things around, and there's probably some sort of place for them to go if you could figure out how to move them around, but it's not apparent from you just looking at it.
Can I just try and move some stuff around randomly?
Yeah, sure. You move things around, it goes click, 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 click. And it's nothing else happens other than that for this few seconds of
So
you
is it
trying
like
that.
the panels are sliding?
Yeah,
like one
they
of
can
those
go
block
in and
puzzles?
spin and then pop
Mhm.
out, and it's different width. Like they come out like not quite as far, and they move around. And
Does it look like the symbols like make a picture or something like that?
what sort of check would you like to do for that? Wisdom or intelligence? What?
I mean, they're both equally as bad, so. Actually, no, I'll do intelligence. Just a straight intelligence check.
I mean, if you can come up with another category of what you think you'd be doing, like what other skill you'd be using, I'm happy to hear it. But I think it's just.
I'll just do a straight intelligence check.
It's not like it's going to be survival.
I got a 10.
10. You don't see any sort of picture.
I use my Earthbind spell to move them onto the ground.
I don't know, how many creatures can you target with it?
One
So conceivably,
one of them.
conceivably, you could try to target one and do that.
So obviously we have to get those keys, right? I guess we just get them one at a time. Unless, should we convince them to give them to us? I don't know.
Well, Ispuriel was about to call out to them. You seem like you've been out on this place a time or two, and you seem to know what's going on. We're very clueless about what's happening here, and I think we need some help. Oh my gosh, this is so difficult.
You have not been invited. You're intruders. You should not be here.
But I bring such beautiful music with me. How can you not welcome me? And he does another little flourish.
Your music is wonderful.
Cool.
But how does one get an invite to here?
Why are you here?
Trying to save the world.
That's true.
Oh dear, is it in trouble again?
It doesn't happen a lot, doesn't it? At least judging by all of the ballads and the legends. But I can assure you that our hearts are pure.
Give me a persuasion check.
Can I give the help action? Because I'm kind of being Ispuriel's hype man.
Well, what did you do?
I said, "Oh yeah, that's true. It is in trouble.
It's
And we had
true.
nothing but the best of intention."
This is true.
Nodding along, it's like, yep, 100% accurate. Telling the truth.
I suppose that with that and the fact that you're playing the music so well, I will give you advantage. The combination of the two things.
That was on 19.
19. I suppose we could inquire if you may go inside, but I'm not sure you'll be welcome when we tell them you're here. Who should we say is coming? Who should we say is knocking at her door?
Admirers?
How much do I know about the legend of Brunhilda? Or
you-
not Brunhilda.
You knew a lot about Doomhilda from that guy who, that really old edgelord, or not edgelord, a hype beast that you spoke to in, and you got that talk about her. What did you want to know about her?
People that she considered allies who might still conceivably have a presence in the world today.
She is like centuries old. Like this, she is one of basically the first people who ever come out of these heroes and ballads. It'd be like Beowulf or something. So, I mean, you could try to pick somebody who might be like a lich or has cheated death in some way like that. There probably is a figure.
I was kind of also thinking just like associations she had, a country she came from, or like group of adventurers or school or anything like that? The village.
Yeah, you could pick one of the villages that she had saved or something that had celebrated her. Nobody really knows where she was first born. A lot of people claim that it was their hometown, right? And so that's been muddied.
Are any of them ones that I've actually been to, like in the Vasilla Kingdom, or ones that some of the other folks here have been to?
You know what? Give me a history check to see if these two things line up, just sort of as a random generator of truth.
Also make a check along the lines of someone that she would be willing to welcome in, because I did study a lot about when I was reading up about the book and whatnot. Reading up in the book about her weaponry and all that sort of stuff.
Okay, so let's. I'll let you do one in a second, but let's deal with what did you just roll?
10.
10. Nothing that you can think of. The names of the places are so old that they don't exist anymore. Maybe a lot of them. Like there's a place in the Vasilic Kingdom, but it's been taken over by the hags. So you've never been there. Swell. What sort of check do you want to do?
I think out of, because is she also like a cleric or paladin of Sunda or someone? I can't remember.
She is either a fighter or a paladin.
Of like Sunda though, like of the religion?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, not of Sunda.
But I think out of everyone in the group, I identify with her the most, I suppose, because we've got like similar skill sets and wield a similar weapon and all that sort of thing. But I also I remember researching her specifically in the lead up to this trip, so we could cast the locate object spell. So I would have read a bit about her in general as well, I think, and her backstory. Not her backstory, but like got to know her a bit, at least as a historical figure. So I thought maybe history could work, but perhaps even religion, which seems like a stretch, but
I mean, I'm happy to have either. You let me know what you think that, like, I'm looking for the flavor of what's happening with Swell, what's going on with his mind. So I'm happy for you to make any sort of check you want, and I'll roll with it.
I'll make a religion check.
Okay.
Okay, and hear me out on this one. Would insight work? Like in terms of reading about someone on paper and then being like, who would she want to see?
I'll absolutely give you allow you to do insight. I think that one's totally eligible. Okay. I mean,
sorry, go ahead.
I want you to pick one, and whichever one you want to do, we'll go with it.
Okay. So I rolled a dirty 20 on insight.
Insight. You think that maybe the best thing to do is just be you. That she was, kind of accepting of people, just wanted to help everyone. And if anything, the religion aspect that you're thinking about, the fact that your gods say, it said, your gods won't help you here. You think that the religious angle is not a good one to take.
Okay.
And you feel like maybe just, asking whether it's her or whether it's, the mausoleum modrons who built these places, these regular tombs that are representing her values.
And yeah, I think maybe I just blurt out. Maybe I'll blurt out. Maybe I step forward. Sorry, go ahead.
Isabella is about to take a breath and just like lie his seat off, and then Swell steps forward.
The Teen Titan Slayers looking for aid to save the world. We need help from Doomhilda.
Telling the truth. It's a bold strategy, Colin.
And there's this like weird harmonizing rhythm or a melody that they make, and it just sort of is shaking, and like the message has been sent.
Oh, thank you. What
Did you-
is the... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I want to ask, who did you send the message to?
The lady.
What's her name?
You do not know her name?
It's Doomhilda.
You are guests here.
I don't want to assume.
Doomhilda.
Okay.
If it's okay, might we get those keys to open this door?
No, 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 you may not have the keys. They are for us. If you please, you may wait. And if the door opens, you may enter. But otherwise, the keys stay on this side.
Oh. Okay. Well,
So, do all of those keys, they all work, or they're all needed?
You need all three to unlock the lock.
and then Swell's going to be like thinking that the invitation's been sent and we're going to get inside for sure. He's just going to kind of sit down on the ground near the door and just look up at it and then back to his friends. Okay.
Zip, are you still messing with
on
the door?
I don't know where the keys are going to go.
Zip, are you
Right.
still messing with it?
Yeah, I'm just moving stuff around.
All right. Give me a d20 roll just to see in general how lucky you are with your random spinnings. 5. Yeah, not making 0 progress in finding a keyhole.
It's okay. They sent a message to Doomhilda. I'm sure we'll get inside soon.
Maybe we should just tell her to bring the Castle Crusher here with her. She's coming.
Oriel's gonna continue to play, but he does take a brief moment to, like, pull out the wand, and he just kind of holds it in the same hand as his bow hand.
Which wand is this?
The wand of hideous laughter.
Okay. At this exact moment, Zip, you get a message in your head from Sister Sweet Tooth saying, "The bookworm was here. She's looking for you. Wants the books from Strong Soul's lair. If you're looking for trade or money or info, where meet?"
I will respond in Doomhilda's crypt. Thanks. Love Zip.
Shortly thereafter, you get another message saying, "Oh dear, that's far. Perhaps I will contact later."
Okay. Bye.
We all hear this, or just Zip?
Just Zip. And I
I'll
mean,
tell the others. I'll say the Sister Sweet Tooth said something about books, but we're kind of in the middle of something, so I just told her to wait.
What? She contacted you?
Yeah.
Eh?
She sent me a message.
Oh.
What about books?
She had some books from... I don't remember exactly. But the bookworm was looking for us about books.
The bookworm.
And she said, "Where can we meet?" And I said, "We're here." And then she said, "That's really far." And so she'll call us back.
Do we want to talk to the bookworm, don't we?
What did the bookworm do again?
Went around, collected books. I do not think that we had heard enough about Malha to deem them a person of interest.
I thought that maybe they were the bad one. No?
That was the thought before we found out more about the Orange Haired one, I think. But that
I mean,
has been there for a while.
You guys can do a history check if you want to try and remember what you know about it.
Yeah, I'm totally going to roll a history check. Oh, 18.
18.
19 minus 1.
The bookworm lived up at the top of the one of the volcanoes of Sleeping Fire, like somewhere
Right.
high up, and there are a bunch of zombies in between you and them, and so you thought they might be controlling zombies of some sort, but they apparently were just like a nice woman who comes into town and buys books from people and knows a lot of stuff, so you thought maybe she would have answers about some stuff. That's all.
So the bookworm wanted books from us, or to
Yes.
give us books?
Yeah, from that
She-
wizard slayer, I think you said.
Right.
Maybe she's into the smutty stuff. I don't know.
Lovely.
The door opens while you're having this conversation.
See? The truth will set you free. Or
Usually it's
get
been
you
the exact
invited.
opposite in my experience.
You see into a large circular room, which has a few comfy-looking chairs. The walls are lined with books, like a library. And opposite this door is another door that is similar in size and shape, but doesn't have the same sort of intricate markings. Instead has silver decorated around the outside. There's no decorations in the middle circle, but all around the frame of the door. There's also a staircase leading up. And in the middle of the room is this person.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Drugger.
Are they moving, or are they like a statue?
No, they're moving. Hello. Come in.
Hello.
No.
Not the worst invitation I've ever gotten. And he steps in and does like a full courtly bow. And says, "My name is Burial of these are the rest of the Teen Titan Slayers. We are Burial and the Teen Titan Slayers. And I take it that you are Doomhilda."
What slaying have you done of Titans?
About that, we're on our way to do exactly that.
Which Titan are you interested in slaying?
3?
Story, that's... It's sort of one Titan, but it's 1/3 and 1/3 and 1/3 of another Titan, so... do I remember the names of them?
I'm guessing that since you've been singing songs about them, you definitely would remember them.
Okay.
I and
say the names.
okay. The Pyre of the Skies is the Phoenix. The Many-Armed Annihilator is the Kraken, and the Crystalline Golem was the Bramble Jewel.
You see, they've been slayed before by masters, but someone brought them back to life and created a chimera out of them, and now they've captured our masters, and I think they're going to... They're up to no good, that's for sure.
Serves them right.
So
I kind of look to the others, so I'm not sure what to say about that.
we're here for the Castle Crusher, right?
Yeah.
Is that
Why
the
do you...
Castle Crusher?
That's your out of character question, or is Bug just saying that out loud?
I'm saying it out loud. Or Bug is saying it out loud.
Can Esperanza attempt to speak very loudly to cover that?
Okay. Let's have let's do an initiative.
Oh no.
That's a 22.
I say it loud enough for the group, not for her.
What was your initiative, Bug?
14.
Okay. So you start saying it, and East Boreal speaks over top of you. Whether or not your message got out or not, you don't know.
Isboreal asks very hastily, what do you say that, milady?
Slaying titans? The titans would, of course, take revenge. Why not?
But why the good riddance? Or did she say that, or am I inserting that in my memory?
I don't think she said good riddance to anything.
Okay. She definitely said. Wait, what was it? She said that. So,
something
the specific
around
wording.
something along the line of just desserts, or they got what was coming to them, or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, certainly. The curious thing about it is that it does not seem to be the Titans themselves, as far as we can tell. They seem to be under the control of another person, an oral shell being, and have been sewn together chimerically. Not.
This is interesting. One who can control Titans?
Pieces.
This is different.
Can I get do an insight to get a sense of her? How do I put this? Does she seem bored
Is she
and
evil?
is interested in this?
Is she evil? Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like what you want to know is she evil?
I mean, there's shades of gray, but I guess at the heart.
Sure, you can do an insight check if you'd like.
She's meant to be like a hero of old, right? Like she's the stories that
15.
we've heard is that she went around helping people.
Yeah.
From memory.
You got a 15, you said?
Mhm.
The vibe you're getting off of her is annoyance and like a bit of anger, but you're not sensing like a malevolent presence. You might think that you might get some sort of radiating cold or necromantic aura off of something terribly undead. And she's probably undead. She's almost certainly a lich.
Yeah.
But you are not getting that sort of cold or necromantic energy off of her. But she definitely does not seem to like you guys. But has invited you in and hasn't attacked you. So she obviously, I mean, if she wanted you dead, she probably wouldn't have invited you in, or she would have started fighting right away. But yeah, annoyed.
Is there anything else in this room?
Like I said, there's a few comfy chairs, and there's lots of bookshelves full of books. And a staircase leading up, and the other door that has silver runes around the outside of it. Much in the same, looks like the same sort of language or whatever it was that was on the outside of this door. I think you're muted, Priscilla.
On what Isboreal has been sensing from this, he takes a moment, pauses for a second, and then says, "Indeed, whoever is behind this seems to have pulled out a number of checks that our mentors, who were reasonably experienced, obviously not as experienced in the ways of adventuring as you, great lady, were unprepared for, including banishing certain people to paintings with a succubus and controlling this chimeric titan. He's laid other traps with chimeras, and he takes a moment to shudder a little bit theatrically.
Do I look like bread? Warm bread fresh out of the oven? Then don't butter me up so. Speak plainly.
I am speaking plainly. I'm telling you about the things that this
One who's
man,
so
this
adventured,
person-
so if you're so wonderful, I don't need this.
Then let me tell you that this oriental person who seems to change faces has been going about the land for at least a year, perhaps several more, certainly several more, enacting some sort of plan that we do not yet know, but has certainly taken out powerful people who would undoubtedly stand in his way.
What is his goal?
We do not know yet, but
We need to help him free our masters. So
to some degree, he does seem to be interested in sowing division, as he has taken actions that lead us to believe he wants people to become insular and xenophobic, causing strife between different races and different islands, different nations.
He's a racist.
Doomhilda takes a couple of steps towards you all. She gets a little closer. She's looking right at Bug. Have you guys have entered the room, right? I didn't clarify
Oh,
that.
yeah. No. I think we went in.
And Doomhilda points to the necklace around your divine focus, or not divine focus, but the focus that you use to channel your patron. And she says, "What about that Titan? The one that grants you your powers? Is that one evil?"
this
I'm a
one,
Titan bug.
who is this?
Esporial looks at Boxy.
Who is this Titan you speak of?
The one that gives you your magic powers. I can see it. You're a warlock, are you not?
Yeah. This isn't one of the Titans.
Oh, they haven't told you.
What do you mean? What do you know about this?
Now, if you get your powers from blood, you do magic by the old way. And if you get it from the weave, then perhaps you're a wizard or sorcerer or bard like your friend here. I can see one of you fools prays to God to get your magic. But the rest of you...
It's pretty
I'm
cool guy.
gonna shove Swell a little bit.
But I see that the rest of the people get their magic from the Titans. Very few people manage to make contact with them. Gain their
She
boons.
was magic when she was alive, right? She's obviously still magic because she's a lich now.
Yeah, she had some sort of magic power, but you don't know. Like, the magic seemed to fuel her, energy of, like a paladin. Probably some sort of holy energy.
And where do you get your magic from?
From myself.
Really?
I gave up on the gods long ago. Stopped dancing for them.
I'm sure there are good Titans and bad Titans.
Like there's good people and bad people.
It's true. But when the Titans are all imprisoned or dead, tends to make them testy. People don't react well when they come out of their cages. They overreact.
What are you saying? What are you saying? Are you saying the Titan should be freed?
I don't know.
Well,
This one has our masters in this crystal prison. We just want to smash it so that they can come out.
are you saying the Titans were aliens that crashed onto our planet long ago? And has it been unpleasant here?
No. The gods are the aliens. The Titans lived here before they came.
Hold on. Hold on. Swell's head is just like swimming right now. He's like, how can a god be an alien? Just.
They were the god of another world. They saw an opportunity here. There was an explosion that wiped out most of life on this planet. A few survived, but the deities that lived here, they buried them, hid them away, channeled their power occasionally. They took over. They became the rulers of this planet. Left the old gods hidden away, places where nobody is supposed to go.
What do I know about how long ago the various religions were established? Or can I try and do a check?
You can do a history or religion check for that. And sorry, Zip, it sounded like you asked a question.
Who were the old gods?
The Titans.
Oh.
17. For religion check.
Everything you've heard about the gods is that they are eternal. They were here at the beginning. They created the world.
Right, but in terms of the history of the religions, not the stories that they tell. Because, like, there were certain worships that sprung up, and, like, there's evidence of when they...
They all seem to have sprung up around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to know. They all seem to back each other up on the fact that they're like a pantheon that all showed up. It's not like there was, it's not like Christ and Thor. It's like Thor and Loki and Odin and, they're all of the gods that exist are all part of the same group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't really understand what's happening.
Do you want us to
But-
go and save the Titans or something?
You do what you want.
Is there some other way without killing the Titan that we could get our masters out? I mean, maybe smashing the crystal wouldn't even kill it. Maybe it would just,
Yeah, they'll grow back like
it would
toenails.
just grow back.
You just want to smash its crown? Well, go for
Can we borrow your hammer?
it.
Please. We'll
Really?
bring it back.
They like you. They are intrigued by you, little one. You are not an ooze that they've met before. But
The Titans.
perhaps you could ask your creators for your own castle cruncher.
Oh.
We could have done that all this time instead of trying to find it.
Do you have a way to visit them?
No. No. Maybe through dreaming or something?
I can send you to them if you'd wish.
What?
I get along with them quite well. They've been very helpful and very friendly, much nicer than most of the people down here.
Oh. Yeah. How do you get to them?
Through the portal right over there. She motions to the silver-lined portal.
Oh, port. Okay, that's.
The portal, of course. We're not it.
Yeah, we're not.
I was wondering how you get around this cave.
You finally get to teleport.
Where else does this portal go? Anywhere?
Wherever I put in the coordinates for.
Wow. That's amazing.
I don't
Did you
have
make-
coordinates to everywhere, but I have
Did you
coordinates
make
to
that
many
portal?
worlds.
Or did you just find it?
I built it.
So what do you do down here anyway?
Usually I'm not here. Usually I'm away, but my alarms went off that somebody was trying to get in, so I came back. I travel, I see other worlds, visit friends. I live my own life now.
What's your
Not the
favorite
life
one
the
that you've
gods
visited
wish.
so far?
My favorite world. It's a tough call. I enjoy the plane where the Modrons come from. They're funny little creatures. But the Happy Hunting Grounds is also quite wonderful. All sorts of beautiful, majestic animals. I don't hunt them to kill them, just hunt them to find them, to know them.
Okay, but how can a god be an alien? Because that's just like, a god is a god, you know?
Well,
Well,
what is...
there are
where,
foreign gods, and then there are foreign gods.
well,
And so
imagine...
foreign. Oh, sorry.
Imagine this young swell.
How did you know my name?
Dude, you've already used it.
Not
Your
She's an
friends,
alien.
your friends have used your name.
Hey,
So, imagine your gods. They have control over this world. They listen to the prayers of the people of this world. They grant boons to people of this world, correct? Do they do so on other planets and other worlds? Do you think the Modrons worship Sunder? Do you think devils worship Sunder? Do you think
devils? No, devils. Devils don't worship anyone except for
Worship
themselves.
Satan.
they worship their devils, other devils, their devil lords?
Only because they're afraid of dying. Being.
Well, that's why a lot of people go to religion.
Yeah.
Well, your god, Sunder, was the god of another planet, and then also became the god of this planet. Took it over when
Okay.
its keepers were at its weakest.
But
Do they still watch over the other planets as well, or were they forced out by others?
Sorry, I missed the beginning of that question.
Do they still watch over this other planet as well, where they came from, or were they forced out from there as well?
As far as I understand, they still are worshipped on that other planet, but I refuse to go or learn much about it.
okay.
Have you ever wondered why you were gifted?
Yeah.
Generally, do not look a gift horse in the mouth, no.
I suppose that would be in keeping with what I can guess about you, East Boreal. But
Did you know your name?
she introduced herself swell.
He's literally, his mind is blown. He doesn't know which way's up right now.
Okay.
What was I just saying?
Oh, something.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't. I think he had asked about if they were still ruling over those other planets as well.
Yeah.
No, I was telling you guys that
Oh, gifted.
the reason you're gifted is so that people don't start doing things themselves, don't start looking for the old ways. They just rely on us to go and save the day. They get lazy, and they don't look for what's beneath the surface. They just accept the heroes they're given. And if they're not a hero, well, they weren't so lucky. Not their fault. Nothing they can do to change it.
Okay, but is it the gods that are making us gifted, or is it?
Yes.
Gods as in like aliens?
Well,
Like
God says
Clang
in-
and Brovon and Zio and Lundariel and Sunder.
Does the Vasilla Kingdom have a patron god?
No, none of the lands have a particular god that they worship, but they probably would, some of them would worship Lundariel because it's a nature god, but since nature's been taking over their lands, it's been reclaiming what they've done. Some of them have moved more towards worshipping the god of knowledge, which is Brovon, or Clang, who is the god of the forge and making and creating things, so...
Seems a bit of a roundabout way to do things, considering most of us, at least here, do not follow a particular deity.
Oh.
I kind of do. I think I do.
Of course you do, but you're one person. Among 5 right here.
Okay. I mean, I don't want. I'm not saying you're a liar because obviously you know a lot of stuff, but I need proof of that. I can't. I know you're telling me something. You're telling me something that's just destroying my world. Like, I've only ever known the church.
I mean, does it really matter if Sundar is an alien? If he's still your god?
Yes,
Gods all come from somewhere, like, by definition, they're alien.
He's the god of 2 worlds instead of 1.
So?
Yeah, your god
Does that make him more powerful?
Why does that matter?
has twice as many people worshipping them than you had thought. Maybe.
Because if what she's saying is true, and he'll like kind of point at Doomhilda, then Sunda isn't really a good person.
He's not a person. Well,
Well, exactly.
He's not a person. And also, like, what? How does that make him not a good person?
yeah.
Generally, when someone does invade another land for the purpose of power and kick out the previous inhabitants, it's not considered a good thing.
Called colonizing.
Oh. They're like different species, so I don't know. We don't know how
But
that
that said,
with them.
they're here. And I certainly am not in a position to be telling a god that you did bad. Go away.
So Titans are the original inhabitants of this
Yes.
world, and we've buried them.
What about
Yes.
people? Did we come from other, or did we also live here? Did we worship these titans before?
There were people here that worshipped. There were the animal people and the kith, elves and humans and dwarves.
Okay.
Did they like the Titans, or were they kind of annoyed that they were stomping around and wrecking stuff all the time?
They weren't stomping around. They weren't enraged.
I see.
They did live down here from what I understand. Perhaps when you go visit your Ooze kingdom, you'll get more answers. For there is a Titan that exists up with them that is not imprisoned. The gods do not care too much about it because nobody knows about it except for the Ooze, and nobody talks to the Ooze. Well, except for a few of us, obviously.
Oh. Okay. Let's go then.
It does seem. Regardless of anything else, we do love our Romentals and wish to see them rescued. And we still need some sort of weapon or aid to render that rescue of them. So if your people might have such a thing, or perhaps... Well, I don't know that a Titan would be very inclined to murder another resurrected Titans, but Seems like we have multiple reasons to go up to visit your people.
Well, if the Titans are like not bad guys like we thought, maybe we could just ask real nice and the Titan will let our masters go.
The Titans are under the Chimera is under the control of another.
Right.
Yeah.
Although we did potentially have in the notes, Esperia is going to like kind of like clap his hands and be like, "Where is the journal?"
I think I can paste it in here.
You're talking about.
He's basically just like going to hold out his hand and expect it to be put in.
You're talking about Printer's notes? These ones?
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Yes.
I kept them in there.
Oh, nice.
I have to move up. Yeah. Orange-haired man could be artist who came here years ago, said the gallery is too representative.
Said we might have some sort of control item to control this Titan. But
Might just be guiding its rage. If it's as angry as... Well... Don't know. Don't know what to think anymore.
Bug, you hear a voice in your head from your patron saying, "What Doomhilda says is true. That's why I wanted you to come, to free me. I still believe Swell can help. But come when it is time."
Okay. Yeah, my master, not master, what is it? Apparently the Titan is talking to me. And I believe what's going on. I think we should go and find them.
But I'm certainly not going to be trying to beat up Doomhilda for Castle Cruncher.
No.
Castle Cruncher doesn't want to go with you either. Even if you could beat me, you wouldn't be able to wield Castle Cruncher's full power.
None of us?
Oh, you can come with us.
I mean, he does like Bug a little bit, but
Oh.
it's not a matter of force of will, it's a matter of whether he likes you. We get along really well.
Is it an ooze object?
Yes. But perhaps, if you are interested in using the gateway, may I be a proper host, seeing as you have come here to speak and seek knowledge and not fight. And she goes over to the wall where there's books, and she pulls on one of the like there's books all the way down except for like sort of at the bottom level, and she pulls on a thing and like there's like a secret little door thing that pops out, and out comes this tray, and then magically is summoned like a charcuterie board and drinks. She says, "Feel free to refresh yourselves."
Oh, thank you.
What do I do? Thank you most kindly for your hospitality, Lady Doomhilda.
Good to see young people trying to forge a path and considering it. You're bound to make some mistakes, and that's all right. I did as well.
By killing Titans.
Yes. Killed a few in my day. Didn't
How did
know
you
what I
find
was
out
doing.
that the gods were aliens?
When I spoke with the Ravenous Tome, the Titan that lives in the asteroid belt around Haelon, patron to the oozes. The Ravenous Tome represents their god of knowledge.
And that's a Titan?
Yes.
Is this
I mean, that's the word people here on this planet have given it now that these gods reign. They used to just simply be known as gods.
How is Mog reacting to all this?
Mog is keeping a hand on her sword or on her axe and just sort of eyeing things up and just ready to fight at a moment's notice should something go sour, should one of you decide to get lippy, or if Doomhilda decides to get annoyed. She looks like her fighter instincts are just to protect the group, protect her sister, and generally be wary and not take the forefront of conversation here, because she doesn't have a god and she doesn't have a patron. She doesn't have a lot of iron in this fire. Is that the correct analogy?
But she's gifted as well.
She is. I mean, you can ask her, but so far she's been just quiet and guarded and guarding you. I suppose at this point she's going over and helping herself to some of the food. She's eating some grapes.
Hey. I think I want to talk to one of these titans. But I'm worried that I shouldn't go. Because if I go, then Sunda knows where Titan is.
Oh, the gods know where she is. They know where all of them are.
Oh.
But
Oh.
I'll also say that Sunder, he might be pushing you in a direction for a reason.
I mean, might not be a good reason now.
It might be. He's one of many gods. As you said, gods can be good and gods can be evil. Maybe he has regrets about what he's done, or maybe he wants you to unleash them so he can gain more power while his compatriots fight against them. I don't know. I can't guess at his motivations, but...
Okay. I had a vision from Sunda, and he told me not to go into one of the temple things. And I didn't think it was him at the time, but I think that's where where we were supposed to go to free another ooze.
Yes, they're all hidden in temples. There's one in a large iceberg that floats around on the surface, and there's... but most of them are underground.
He told me not to go into the ziggurat. Don't do it. And I was like, why would he tell me to do that? That's just silly. But
So
now
is he
I'm
using reverse psychology? Does he think if I want my teenager to do something, I should tell them not to do it? And then have deniability later? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, Swell's like his mind is. You can see the neurons firing. He's like, oh shit.
You can talk to him right now. You can ask.
Oh, I don't know if I could.
Isboreal holds out a piece of bread and a slab of cheese to Swell, and if he doesn't take it, it's just gonna shove some in his mouth.
He just absentmindedly starts chewing.
I do not think I can see your brain overheating from here. Take some fuel.
I think. Oh man, this is heavy stuff. Heavy.
Have you, in your travels, come across the path of an orange-haired troublemaker?
You say red hair, but before you're saying orange. You mean orange?
I said orange.
Oh, sounded like you said red. No, I do
Just
not
my
know of
terrible
this character. But I've been off-world for several centuries.
So, do you like smutty books? We have quite a fine selection of them. They're probably all new since your last time here, but
As I no longer have a corporeal body, I find those desires are less interesting.
but sepulchral pulchritude is really a page. And he's going to hold out a hand to Boxy. I do believe that was one of the books that we took.
Boxy will have the book pop up then.
And we'll show the classy half-naked cover. And then it says, if we go to the oozes, do they know to expect us? I assume so, since if Bug is pétant by one of them, they can tell that we are coming.
I don't know whether they will know to expect you, but there's always one to greet me in the room that you'll go to. It's a portal that many people can access, not just me. As long as you don't start fighting when you get there, you should be fine.
Yes, Zip.
I missed that.
Oh, she just said that Doomhilda just said that as long as you don't start fighting when you get there, you should be fine.
Huh.
So Isbroya was like,
Sure, I can hold it
Right.
together for one day.
Alright. Well, you have somewhere where we can park our car while we're gone? Because
This is a thing I do not understand.
we have a mechanical carriage that we've kind of hidden right now, but it's of great importance to us, and we don't want to lose it.
I do not have space here.
Well, wait, can we, we can come back to here, right? Or do we just go and then teleport us to somewhere else?
If you, I'm sure they will find a way to get you back. You are very precious to them, from what I would understand.
Yeah, so we'll come back for the car.
Okay. All right. Well,
Ready to go?
I am ready whenever anybody else is.
All right, let's do it.
Do you guys want to count this as a short rest? Was there anything else you wanted to do while you were short resting?
Can I play a song of rest?
Certainly.
what does the Song of Rest do?
If you spend a hit die to recover hit points, you can also add a 1d6 to your amount healed.
Definitely.
Are the little key bugs still in here?
They're in the other room.
Okay. He's kind of doing a similar sort of improv jazz line like they were doing. He finds it a little bit intriguing.
Okay.
It's like you can never play a wrong note, really.
What's
You can play
the
badly, but
It's about the wrong notes you don't play.
what's the short rest heal?
So if you want to spend hit dice, you can gain your hit dice back, which for you would be a d8, and you can add your constitution bonus to it. Can you guys guide Boy a little more in the D&D Beyond? Because I don't know the interface so well.
Yeah, if
So
you
if you
hit
hit-
short rest, then you click on your hit die, it'll automatically come up with a button for you to press. And then if you click automatically apply healing with dice result, it'll just automatically update your hit points.
Okay.
Okay, it didn't do that for me.
Do I have to do reset maximum HP changes?
Oh, I see. It
I
actually-
didn't have that checked.
Oh, wait, didn't do it.
Well, I don't think we had any 8 maximum HP changes.
Is the hit die a total 4, so I can do 1d8 4 times?
Yes,
So-
because you're 4th level.
Oh, okay.
You can
Oh,
also
that's
add a
good.
1d6 to that.
And add a 1d6.
If you spend 1 d8, you automatically get a d6, and then you can spend more d8s if you want if you're not healed up.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I healed to the max.
To the max, dude!
Will she
D8s.
let us read any of the books on her shelves or anything like that?
What depends. What do you? How are you going about it?
Can I? Well, first of all, could I make a perception check to see if there's anything on the shelves that I might be interested in?
Sure.
Or can I just use my passive perception of 18?
You can use your passive perception, but I'll give you, if you roll higher, then I'll let you have that.
I rolled an 8.
All right. Yeah. So, what your first glance is like, I don't know what any of this stuff is. It's not even in a language I speak. But as you walk around the room, eating your snacks and just trying to settle in what's going on, what would you like to find a book on?
Probably on where the gods came from. It's not what I'm looking for, but if I see something like gods/aliens, where do they come from? I might pick it up.
You find one about gods of other worlds. And it talks about how some gods exist across multiple worlds and some only exist on one world. And I don't know, puts an idea into your head about, like, it talks about this one world where the dragons worship this one god and the humans worship another god, and it seems to be divvied up by race. But it also talks about another world where it's really based on what they have this thing that's called alignment, and you're either chaotic good, and if you're chaotic good you worship this god, and you're like Robin Hood and you try to do good things but don't obey the laws, and if you're lawful evil you have to worship. And so there's like all these different ways of approaching religion across these different planets, and each planet seems to have its own set of gods, and sometimes gods can claim more than one planet. And that's what you read in your hour.
Anyone else want to do anything? Push on.
Doomhilda takes a key from her side and hands it to Bug. Says, "Here. If you come back, you'll be welcome in my home again. Use it well, though. Do not take anything. Do not destroy anything. If you wish to eat again, pull the same book. It says food on the side of it."
Okay. Thank you.
And if you make a mess, clean it up.
Will do.
And with that, she goes over to the silver portal, silver arcane portal, and she starts, touching the different circles, because they're all like, it's a series of circles and lines, and she touches the circles in a certain order and starts lighting up, and the circle in the middle, instead of being stone, just disappears, and you see like a swirling, like mist and water, sort of, beginning of a Doctor Who episode.
Stargate. That kind of thing.
Oh,
Right.
Good luck.
Doomhilda, rest assured that I am not being bitter when I say that this has been a singular experience, and I am grateful to have met a legend. And then he actually seemed kind of sincere about this, weirdly. And then he will walk ahead into the thing without actually waiting for anyone else.
All right. Everybody else following?
yeah. I will follow along.
Dive in.
Swell.
Yeah. Right. I think he'll let everyone else go first and be the last one. Through.
Mog would have tried to go through at the same time as Zip.
But yeah, just before he goes through, he'll kind of stop and turn around, and I hope what you say isn't true, but I don't know what I'd do if it is.
She puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "You have more strength within you than you know. You'll get through this. I used to believe in Sundar as well, and I lost the connection to him. But I found strength within other magics from other worlds. You will too, if you seek them. Well, maybe you can work it out with the old man."
Just nods and then
She pats you on the back, steps away.
step through the pod.
It feels unusual as you are teleported. Your body, it's like diving into a pool without getting wet. Like none of your clothes get wet, but you feel like this being encased in liquidy jelly type things. And your mind feels cloudy and unsure of where you are and what's going on. And then like that, you're in a room. It's a domed shaped room, devoid of any aesthetic detail. The walls, the floor, and the ceiling are organic pitted rock. There's a sealed circular door in front of you, and a button to the left and right of it. And in the room is a variety of chairs and tables. You would imagine that creatures of a variety of sizes and multiple legs or body types could find a way to sit comfortably in a variety of these.
Is there anybody in here?
Nobody's in the room right now.
Wait, do you have an image or no?
No, I don't have an image. I can draw a quick image of it. Say a domed room with a circular doorway, a button on either side, and a variety of unusual chairs.
That's not the doorway we came through, right?
It's not the doorway you came through. You do not. I guess if you look behind you, there is a doorway that looks similar to the doorway you came through, but not exactly the same. It has a big symbol on it that kind of looks like this.
Is the Are the chairs like giant? Or are they normal size to us?
They're both. There are ones that are tiny, that would be like if there was a pixie or something, and there are ones that are enormous, like a giant would come through. There are ones that you're just like, I don't even know how I get comfortable in that. Like, this is weird. It's just a museum of chairs.
Okay.
I think she sent us to the wrong place.
Well,
Real, seeing nobody here, finally just does like a chord, on, just basically shouts, "We are here! We are here! Musicians and artists are here! Please welcome us!"
This door opens here, and you see an inverted yellow pyramid slime.
oh,
And it says, "Greetings. How may I direct your attention?"
I feel like you need to talk to the slimes.
Yeah. Push bug forward.
hi. Hi, I'm Bug. Do you know me? Do I know you? Is Boxy here, by the way?
Boxy is there, and the yellow slime sends forth a tendril. It says, "Are you an ooze? Let us touch and transfer information."
Okay, let us do that.
You touch the yellow ooze, and sort of in the way that when you were inside of that other ooze and you started to be able to communicate with it, you're able to send, like, you can feel your mind being accessed in ways, and you're accessing its mind, and you know that it is just a guard who has had a tough life of fighting a variety of things that have come through this gateway and keeping people safe, but also enjoys speaking to people when they come through sometimes and learning about other worlds, but mainly is just here to guard this space.
Okay.
Oh, you shall perhaps wish to speak with the Rainbow.
Yeah. Who's the rainbow?
The Rainbow, they're the head, the brain of the operation.
Operation.
Go ahead, down the corridor.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's just go down there. Is he leading the way, or?
There's a high trilling noise. It's like, and then this other like red ooze slime ball about this big rolls up really quickly and is there and says, "Follow this one." And it starts rolling down the hallway slowly away from the doorway.
Okay. Let's follow them.
So you go out to the hallway, and it's a long hallway, a sort of same pitted rock, and eventually it starts to give way to clear, you don't know if it's glass or glass-like, ceilings and walls in this half tube, and you can see out into space, and you can see Haelon from up here. You're in the asteroid field, and you're looking down on the planet that you guys were born and raised on. Well, most of you have. Boya, her character, may have been born somewhere else. You don't know.
Created some.
Exactly. And so, the red ball leads you down corridors, and you start seeing other slimes. There is, like, purple cylinders that go hump, 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 and they sort of travel like this. There are cubes and other unusual shapes and sizes, and you also see octopus men and women with strange different colors, and they nod to you as they pass in the hallway.
Not back. Have we
Did
seen
it look?
anything like that before?
Did it look like the Kraken?
They do not look like the Kraken, no. And they don't look like anything you've seen in your experience. They may look like something you've seen in a book or a story or something. I think you guys you might have flipped through the book on illithids. There was one you guys had. It was called... What was it?
Illithid Society?
Yeah, by Flom Skystepper. So yeah, you probably have seen pictures of these characters. And you're led into a room that I would have done a pre-drawing for, but I didn't think we'd get to tonight. But
Interesting.
it's an enormous, radiating, rainbow-hued ooze connected to a variety of pipes and other mechanical devices. And as it, talks, like the colors run up and down it, like a set of LED lights or something.
Oh.
And you hear the voice say, "Welcome home, Bug. It has been a long time since we have seen you. What news do you bring us? Have you discovered your mission?"
Wait, do I remember more stuff, or am I still just like, I've never seen this before?
You've never seen this before. No idea what's going on.
Hello. Are you the one that created me?
Yes.
Wow. It's great to meet you. It's great to see you, I guess. So where do I even begin?
Well, you can begin with your report. Why do the people of the planet enjoy art so much? What value do they get from it?
Wow.
Dance, music, painting, any of it.
Wait, are you the one that's talking to me in my head?
No, I believe you have been contacted by another of the patrons, the old gods.
Oh, I see.
They're watching over you. Much like we have our own who watches over us.
So you're his boss, but not his patron?
I am not his patron, no. But I am not... Boss is a crude word. I would prefer... superior.
So you're interested in the arts?
Yes, that was your mission, to go and explore them and find out why people create them. We do not understand them.
Are you interested in experiencing it right now?
If you wish, if you think that would be helpful.
We have here a very talented musician, Isburiel, who can perform a top-of-the-notch piece from this planet. If it pleases you, I'm sure he would like to perform for you.
Is going to start before she can answer.
If it is informative.
He is going to start playing a lay of Doomhilda, feeling that the Song of the Titan Slayers might be a little bit gauche in this setting.
Okay.
And he's going to pick one of the ones that's a bit more rollicking, so it's meant to get toes tapping and people up and dancing, sort of thing.
The one that's like, I wasn't bragging when I fought a dragon. I brought the beast home in my big brown wagon, and I wasn't frightened. When I fought a titan, I learned a something or two about fighting. I unriddled the sphinx with my smarts and my thinks. To let her down easy, I took her for drinks. I'm the ever-loving Valkyrie, part hero, part banshee. The heralds call me Doomhilda. My stories are sure to have thrilled ya.
Yeah, that one. And hopefully the ones is one that the others can like back him up on and be like background singers or dancers or whatnot. If they
there's a lot of like stomping.
Yes, well, basically just starts stomping and clapping his hands in time.
I rolled a natural 20.
Nice.
All right.
Well done.
I know you didn't ask for it, but
Yes. Okay. Once you've done an amazing job. Everybody, all of the humans and orcs and elves and whatever in the room are very impressed and had a great time singing and listening. And the glowing rainbow slime just says, "Yes. And so, what was the purpose of this performance?"
Did you enjoy it? Did it make
No.
you feel happy?
No, it did not affect my mood.
No. That's usually the purpose. Do you?
To control other people's moods? It is some sort of mood control device. These instruments that they play?
Well, what kind of things do you enjoy?
The progress of our people.
How does the progress make you feel?
Proud.
And does it
Hopeful.
make you want to sing about it?
No. That is why we sent you, because we do not understand the urge to sing.
Esporia leans over to Bug and says, "When you do that those touching talking thing, do you send your emotions too, or is it only thoughts?"
I don't know. I feel like I can sense emotions. Do you want to just touch my head and read my mind?
If you feel this would be the best way to present your information, I will accept your presentation that way.
I think actually this worked last time.
I think it would be better than that thing you just had your associate do, for that did not improve things at all. I do not understand music any better from that.
Ugh. Philistines.
Maybe like visual arts more. Here, but you can just read my mind. See through the images of my mind, I guess.
Very well. Come. Enter.
I come closer.
The slime just envelops you. Do you want to, like, just let it read whatever it wants? Do you want to try and use your mind to reach out to it? Like, are you just, what do you want to accomplish here?
I'll let it read whatever it wants.
Okay. The rest of you see the rainbow slime, just the colors start going quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker and quicker and just swirling around as it's reading Bug's mind. And the other slimes that are in the room, like there are pyramid guards in here as well as the ball messengers, and they start also changing colors as it is changing. And you start seeing like the shape of it is almost like it just looked like, sort of a ripply slime, but now you're seeing it's probably like a giant brain that's maybe not shaped exactly like a human brain, because it's not shaped like a walnut or whatever, but it's more like flat on the bottom and then a dome.
Like that's what's around me, or
that is the being that you just entered. And Bug, you just a rapid succession, basically, your life flashes before your eyes, and you see things that you hadn't remembered. How you forget things, and you're basically were created as an 8-year-old, and you never were a baby. And your first memories are being on Haelon in the Gempire and looking for food and being taken in by your mentor and cared for, and Boxy being there the whole time looking after you and helping you. You know, like when you couldn't find any food, Boxy somehow had some. And Boxy's always been there for you. And when you get to a moment where you are painting or you're listening to music or whatever, you can feel like it slows down just a little bit to drag and pull in that moment a little more precisely and feel it a little more deeply. And it reads and reads, and it goes through right up until the moment where you came through the door and said hello to it. And it ejects you back into the rest of your friends. Interesting.
Did you learn anything?
I see that music can be used as a mind control thing. Looks like one of your enemies is using it to poison the minds of young people. I can see it could be used as a weapon. It may be worth developing as a weapon as we move forward, but hopefully we won't have to. I also see how it has allowed you to bond with your compatriots. The one that believes in the new gods feels a connection to you because of a doodle you made. They feel perhaps it reminds them better than their own faulty memory could of the moments. I believe these
What's he talking about?
The kith that you live with have imprecise memory banks. And I see that dance is a way for you to practice your ability to sneak and fight and escape. So perhaps it has some way of making practice interesting. How about you? What do you think? What is your feelings about this?
Well, I think that your analysis is sounds about right in many things. It could be practical. I feel like I've mostly just found enjoyment and happiness from making a painting or singing or dancing, but they can certainly be put to use as well. They're useful skills to develop.
What is the practicality of happiness?
I think I don't know. I'm just a 12-year-old kid.
Can any of us hear this conversation, or is it all in their minds?
I think everything that's been outside of her has been, or it has been, something you all can hear. You don't know what she saw or they saw when they were reading Bug's mind, but other than that, yeah, you can hear this. You are not simply a 12-year-old child. You are our most advanced slime.
Am I more advanced than you are?
That is a good question. You perhaps are, certainly in some ways. You are perhaps a risky advance. Have you heard of the term evolutionary dead end? We do not know whether you are that or not. Maybe you are the way forward. Maybe I will be the old guard to be discarded. We do not know yet.
Well, don't feel too down about it, but
I do not understand what feeling down means.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. Well,
Maybe
Yeah.
you should try explaining human emotion, and it'll all make a lot more sense.
Is human emotion valuable? Well, are you here to
Sure.
speak as well?
I feel
Am I
like-
allowed to?
Yes.
If
go
you
ahead.
have something to present that is of value, please.
Well-
If Bug wouldn't have brought you if you weren't part of the presentation, I understand.
Yes,
Well,
that's
I
exactly
think
what I
human
thought.
emotion is pretty important because, if we didn't care about Bug, then he probably would have died a long time ago on the streets or in battle. And yeah, humans use art to express their emotions. So there you go.
It's linked heavily to these emotions, eh?
That's right.
Yeah,
Human
like,
emotion is also a goal setter. That is the practical purpose of happiness and sadness. Generally, Kith try to do things that do not make themselves or the ones that they care about sad, and they try to do things that make them happy. And in general, it has mostly worked out that the things that make people happy are the things that help promote society and survival. Living is definitely seen as being better than dying, and that is a part of that is an emotional call.
Huh. I see. As you're not all part of the same hive mind, you have no reason to believe or connect with one another. This is your way to form links, such as we do by touching one another. You touch
that's
each
a
other
deep
through
scope.
music and painting.
I
And
guess you
talking,
could say that.
and dancing, and kissing, and such, yes.
Can you get out of that mind and into a body like bugs? I think you need to experience it. You can't. We can't show you what emotions are. You have to experience them.
This is a body.
But like one that can feel emotion.
Give me 3 more levels, I might be able to polymorph. No.
I feel proud.
That is an emotion.
That's that.
you like feeling proud.
I suppose.
Maybe you should try feeling some other emotions sometime.
Inquisitive. Is that an emotion?
This is also an
I think
emotion,
that's
yes.
more like a state of being, but
You like feeling inquisitive.
Being curious has driven many an explorer and many an accident. But pride and curiosity were things that have prompted many, many adventures.
Well, I can see that your mission is not complete. I appreciate the information you have gathered. Please return when you have more data.
But we need to ask questions. That's why we're here, isn't it? Ask.
I think there's a Titan somewhere around that Bug wished to speak to.
Oh, you wish to consult the Ravenous Tome? Ah,
Yes.
you will be afforded
also-
this.
We could use some aids in weapon or perhaps some information about an old haired man or some information about how to control a chimeric, potentially undead Titan.
Yes. I saw that memory. I did not pay much attention to it. You seek a weapon similar to Castle Cruncher. Is one of the things.
Or some method of controlling the Titan might also work if destroying the Titan would not be preferable.
I believe your best route is not to control it, but to stop its control. Perhaps the Ravenous Tome will have some information that will help you with this. If you do seek a weapon, return here once you have spoken with the Tome. And with that, I'm going to call it a night because we are getting close. Well, we've gone over the 2 hours that we usually do. And we can either continue the conversation with the Elder Brain or move into a discussion with the Ravenous Tome next week. Or actually not next week, because as we were entering the holiday, we're finally back after busy November to busy December. And we're going to be taking another few weeks off, and we'll be back in January when everybody's spent time doing holiday things and resting up, hopefully. But anybody have it?
Oh. I was going to say date TBD when we're actually back, but it'll be next month, of course.
Hopefully early January. Anybody have a favorite moment from the night or a favorite drawing?
Well, I like it when Swell's entire brain got exploded.
Yeah. Everybody else was kind of just like, huh, that's interesting. And Swell was like, what?
He just got his whole world turned upside down. You guys are like, oh, cool. And he's like, the fuck? So, yeah, some deep stuff to ponder there.
Yeah.
But I really like this picture of Bug being encased by the ooze.
Yeah. It's very cool.
Yeah, I
Mind
like
meld.
this world that they're like these shapes and really high tech for some reason.
Yeah.
There.
Like we're on a space station.
Exactly, yeah. Mixing the sci-fi and the fantasy together a little bit. I enjoyed East Boreal trying to, like, doing an amazing performance for this brain that cares nothing and cannot appreciate it at all. It's like performing for a brick wall.
I think if Boreal had been more mathematically minded, he might have tried to point out the harmonies and the beauty of the mathematics in the different notes. But that's not how it's written.
Yeah.
All right, well, everybody have a safe and happy holidays, and we'll catch you guys next month. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Night.
Bye.